Hello, friends, family. Hold on, I'm saging a little bit. My sage looks blue on the screen. Kind of crazy. Just bless this message real quick, guys. Let me get comfortable. Welcome in, friends. Get comfortable. Spirit's on me right now, and I think that we've got a message that we need to get out. So, welcome to my space, my room, my little corner of the internet. My name's April Born May, and this is trigger warning. So, as the channel goes, you might get triggered in this space, but I'm here to share hard truths that aren't always easy to talk about, but I really want to change that stigma of the things that aren't being talked about that really should be in our world today, in our communities, and it's something that I've really been thinking about and pondering, and really getting messages from everywhere. I know that I'm divinely protected, and this is scary for me to come out here and say things and speak my truth, because a lot of my truth is scary. Now it's really just my life has just been in like a series of unfortunate events, my whole life. But I've unplugged from the matrix, and I was sitting with my therapist today, having our biweekly conversation, or I'm sorry, the bi-monthly. Anyway, it doesn't matter how often I see my therapist, but I'm thinking, I wonder if I'm ever going to get to the point where I can be completely open and honest about the things that I'm saying, because like when I'm with my therapist, I don't want to say the things that I'm all knowing about, like, and I'm not saying I'm all knowing, but I'm knowing my story. And sometimes I wonder if I were to really deep dive with her, if I would end up in a rubber room, like do I really want to come out here and tell this story? Because it's a disturbing story in many facets, but it's also very empowering, knowing what I've been through and knowing I'm at the other end of it, that I'm now reaping my rewards of the spiritual warfare that I have been fighting. And no, this doesn't mean that the war is over, but it is a place where I am comfortable right now. I'm getting more familiar with the voices, the ancestors, the other parts of me, my younger self, all these different parts of me. If I were to truly embrace it and allow it and show those parts to my therapist, I don't know. She might need a therapist by the time we're done. And that's happened before in therapy with me, where it's like it's been so much, I've had to have them come and tell me, yeah, I'm not, like experienced as somebody that you might need. Like, I'm actually evolved, past the point of someone that was just out of school and needed some more life experience. And and that's one thing that I have a deep knowing of my life experience. So it's a little, I see it a little differently in my mind's eye, the the story of my life, because I do know that I have incarnated on this earth many times. I also know that I've had walk-ins. I know I have during this lifetime. Um, I'm diagnosed with DID. And just to follow up from my last video with a narcissist at work, I've had 4 jobs just in this year that Like I'm seeing so much more than I used to see, and it's like I'm so healed that I can't deal with it anymore. So I'm learning that I don't know who's gonna hear this. I've gone from having 2 subscribers to now 7, so thank you to my new subscribers, and I hope you make it through the message. If not, I understand if this isn't for you, but I know where I've been. I know where I'm headed. I know there's a lot of people out there that are in the same boat as me, in all the stages and all the different timelines that I've been through. Because, yeah, guys, I do jump timelines. I am a multidimensional being. I have multiple personalities. I've been diagnosed dissociative identity disorder, and if people truly understood what that means, they would realize that it is a superpower, that I have this gift that's been given to me from God, or the, source, or whatever, Buddha, or, whatever religious or God you speak to. Like, I just, it's a gift, and something we all have the ability to tap into. We can all heal. And we all have these divine gifts hidden deep within our soul that we are able to tap into and start to explore and start to create our own world. Like, I'm happy for the first time in my life. And right now I'm without a job. Um, I can't plug into these matrix jobs anymore. Like, I just can't do it. So, but I always have the things that I need, and I know that I'm happy. I've got 4 beautiful children, and they're teenagers, and we're like a good unit. We take care of each other. We have our moments, but I'm in the healthiest place I've ever been, and I kind of want my experience to be documented, not just for you guys, but for the generations that are to come, because I broke these generational curses for my family, for my children and their children, for my future grandchildren, my great grandchildren, my great great grandchildren, the ones that'll never know me. I want them to know my story. I want to make sure that these generational curses are broken. And I want to teach those who come after me what I learned, and they can add to that, and hopefully, we can start our some new, just new. You see, like, I have a vision, like, and I know where this world is headed, and I have been in fear. I've been in a lot of fearful places on Earth in this lifetime, but I've always found a way to get to the other side. I've always found strength by going within, and I don't know. I'm excited to share these things with you. Like, I see things changing in my life, and during COVID, I was homeless. You know, I had to leave my kids behind with my ex-husband. And there's so much stuff that I've been through in this life, that I know that. Sorry, I just lost where I was at for a minute. Anyway, yeah, welcome to my space. I'm kind of an energy reader, and I read a lot of people's energy, and I read a collective energy, and I'm trying to study the tarot and get more familiar with it, because I did kind of, I was interested in it in one lifetime during this life when I was in my teens. And I say that because each time I had something traumatic in my life happen, that's where my disassociation comes in, and I would protect myself and be, become a new identity, and become a new person, because the person that was driving before was not obviously able to. No, we always got through, but that's how I ended up with DID is all the traumatic stuff that happened from a very young age. Right now, I hesitate to give specifics because there is an open investigation right now. So I'm not going to go into too much detail with stuff right now. It's also the reason I choose to keep my identity a little more discreet because of the open investigation. But I'm here to spread hope. It's a new year, and I know that I did so much work this last year. And it all started with a tower moment. It all started with that catalyst. That was that job loss or that broken relationship, or we're all going through it. We're all doing the same thing energetically, but it's all different flavors of energy. So like, the divine, so source can actually know everything. That's really how I see it. The whole point is these experiences here are to grow from, to evolve, to teach, to study, to look at, and once you get into that place where you're able to look at your wounds and you know that, hey, this doesn't hurt so much anymore. We really only need to feel those wounds for a short amount of time. And once we've felt it and we've looked at it and we've cried or we've yelled or we've painted or we've sang, whatever it is that you need to do, like, energy is real and it doesn't go anywhere. The only thing we can do is alchemize it. The only thing we can do is change it. So, like, are we going to add negative to negative, or are we going to take that negative and try to somehow make it positive? What am I going to do today to serve another? And not for views, not for, selfish reasons, but because it feels good in my soul when I buy a box of cereal and give it to a homeless man. Or when I see a look in someone's eyes in traffic and I wave and smile. Like, on a lot of times it's those small little moments, those little things that do the most healing for you in your own soul when you do it for you. And that's kind of where I'm at with this podcast. I want to help teach you guys how to do what I'm doing. I do feel my abundance coming in. Like I said, I was homeless in 2020. I started my journey. Well, I decided I'm to get off the hard substances in 2020, in October of 2020. But I've had a few slips and I've made some mistakes, but I'm getting there, guys, one day at a time, right? Like, I'm proud of everything that I've overcome and that I've taught myself, that I've shown my kids by, allowing them to go into some foster care for 6 months so I can get better. And knowing that they were going to be safe because I know I'm protected, and with me being protected, I know that my family is protected. And just having that blind faith, that blind trust that you can only find within. You have to trust yourself before you're ever going to be able to trust anybody. Like, you will never trust God. You're never going to trust a source that I say, like, comes from the sun, the logos, whatever I believe or everybody else believes. You really just need to find that spark inside you. And sometimes it's really hard to find it when we've been through so much shit, when we've been dragged through the mud and we've been treated like animals, and or we've been treated worse than animals. Like, I mean, I love animals. I miss being an animal. Okay, I can't get distracted. But yeah, like, sorry, that you know what I'm saying, y'all. Stuff just be falling out of my mouth sometimes and I just go with the flow. So I wanted to just drop it. I don't want to take a lot of your time because most of you aren't watching the whole video. But if you did get through this video, then um, drop a, an emoji, your favorite emoji, and say hi to me. Let me know you made it through the message. Otherwise, it's kind of cringy right now. I'm just trusting Spirit. Spirit says get on and talk, and that's what I'm doing. So thanks for listening, guys, and until next time, this is April Born May, and this is Trigger Warning. So we'll see you next time, guys.